This chapter is going to be on links. Prior to this, we've been talking about all of the on-page factors, such as key text areas, your content, your URLs, and site management. Now we're going to talk about the things that are slightly out of your control, and that is how people link to you. Because links are vitally important to gaining rankings. These next few lessons are going to focus specifically on this. Links are vitally important for search engines because links replicate human judgment. You see, our on-page content tells the search engine what we're all about. Links from other websites are a third-party either endorsement or implication. And so links from other websites help the search engine determine if our website is important or not, or relevant or not. Also, links are how search engines find new websites. Links also provide context based on the anchor text that's being used. The words in the anchor text provide context for what our website is about. Also, links define communities and value. Because people share links that are in the same community, it's interesting how certain communities can all link to similar sources of information. And so the search engine can then base what is going to be important off a specific community and know that within that community, this type of information and this type of website is considered valuable. Links provide context, as I said, by the anchor text. So if we have a website about horse equipment, you can buy horse tack and products. The blue underlying text is the anchor text from another website. And when they link to this site, what they are doing is saying this website is about horse health. This website is about bridles and saddles. This website has Aussie saddles. And what you can determine from this, when you look at all the anchor text coming into a specific website, you can figure out what the website is about just from the anchor text. And so that's what the search engines rely upon to look at the context of what other people say this website is about. You see, early in the days of search engine optimization, it was simply about links. Getting a lot of links to your website was going to help you rank better. Well, then the search engines started refining their algorithm, and link text the anchor text became very important. Then it was the relevance of the text. You see, you could get people linking to your site, and that would provide relevance, but if the text on the site that was linking to you was about something completely different, that wasn't relevant. And then also the relevance of the website that's linking to you. Is this website in the same industry? Is it even talking about the same content? Also, what's the quality of the website that's linking to you? So as the algorithm has been refined throughout the years, it has been focusing more on the relevance. How important is the website linking to you? Because a good quality link from one website can be better than hundreds of low quality links on very bad websites. Also, the age of the link. Sometimes we ask people before they come and work on our house or our car, how long have you been in business? This is one way the search engine can know how long this website has been around and what kind of history does it have. And then also the region of the link. As we saw, search engines change results based on where people are searching from. And so if you are getting a link as a local business from other local businesses, then that will assist you in ranking regionally. And so where does it go from here? It's up to the search engines. How they refine the algorithm is solely based on how to create a better quality index of websites for the searchers. So for humans, links are very similar. They provide recommendations. When we link on our site and link to somebody else's site, we're saying it's a recommendation. If you want more information, go here. We're also saying, I bought this product here. You should go buy it too if you're looking for it. It might also be word of mouth, such as I found information I needed here. You might find it valuable as well. And also providing directions or advice to other people. Links for humans are the same as links online. It's that third-party endorsement. there are many different types of links on a website. And so we need to understand what types of links are going to be worth more than other links. They're not all the same. So the first thing is we've got links coming in from other websites. We have links going out to other websites. So we need to focus on getting the links that are coming in because those links are critical to getting search engine rankings. Outgoing links can be important as well. We need to show the search engine that we're not just getting links pointing to us, but we're also assisting people in finding the information they need. So incoming and outgoing links are important to gaining search engine rankings. Also, the function of the links. We use links in navigation. We use links within our content, and we also have links if we have ads or other call to action areas. Also, the resources that we give people. In the footer of the website, we typically have links to sitemaps or links to contact information or about information. And the sitemap is really a map to the entire website that a visitor can go see and make a quick decision about what information they need. Now, even when we're talking about navigation and editorial and all these types of links, the most valuable links on the page are considered to be in the editorial area because that's where your content is. And your content, if you are linking to other people in the editorial content, then that is worth more than links that are simply repeated over and over and over on the footer of every single page. Now, we've talked about this before, but I want to make sure that everyone understands that when we talk about anchor text, that is the text that is assigned as the primary words that when you click on them, that will take you to the new site. href equals, and that's the page that is the source that you are going to be sending people to, and then anything contained in between the brackets, such as this is a link, those are the words, we call that the anchor text. Now, when we look at the context of links, it's very critical to understand that based on where people click on the link, what type of site it is, it'll determine how they behave when they come to your website. So, for example, if someone is reading an article and they see the links on the page, they know that they can click on that link and go get more information. The key here is that they are already engaged with the content. So they're reading this article about the Droid 2, and if they click on a link that says Droid 2, they know that they are going to get more information about it. They're already engaged. Twitter is a little bit different because Twitter, many times, the link does not have anchor text, nor does the surrounding content in the tweet have enough information to know what you're going to be clicking on. Because of that, you're not fully engaged because you're not fully knowing what you're going to see. A difference to that, completely different, is if you're in a discussion forum and you're asking about something specific and someone writes a link to send you to a very specific page on a website and recommending that you go there and buy or read or learn. That has full contextual information because the people that are in this discussion forum are highly engaged in talking about that particular item. Newspapers are very good at linking out to companies or information because they have a lot of authority and they can convince people that clicking on this link gets you that authority. And so what I recommend people to do is to look at all of your links in terms of engagement. And breaking down one website here, we found that people that came to the site from a contextual link stayed longer, did more, and they converted at a higher rate. People that came from a blog stayed longer, did more, and they converted at a higher rate. People that came from search were a little bit lower. They all acted about the same based on which words they used. But we also found that people that came from social links, they only really looked at one page and were on the site for about a second or two. So we wanted to find out why that was, and it all came down to the context of what people were reading before they clicked the link. And what we found was if the context was high, like a blog or an article or a news article, people were already engaged with the content before they clicked on the link. And if the context is low, like Twitter, where there is no anchor text, and sometimes there's no text to explain what the link is all about, the context is low. So as a result, the engagement is going to be low. It also depends upon the competition. You see, an article or a blog that's talking about your website or your content or your market, it's going to be very engaging, and there's not going to be a lot of links on that page. So there's very little competition. Twitter, however, has a lot of competition. There's a lot of people tweeting and sending out information across a varying degree of subjects. And so there's a lot of competition for your attention, but it's not always contextual. Search is right in the middle, because it's the only medium where people determine their own context by the search words that they give. But also the competition is always the same. There's always going to be 10 organic results. There's probably going to be paid results, and there might actually be some other blended results as well. And it's right in the middle because people know that if they don't find the answer to their question, they can hit their back button and go right out. So when you look at all your links, it's always very good to know what kind of business, what kind of visitors come from each link. And so you can break down your links and you can see that, well, people that come from this link, they tend to buy more and they tend to do more than people that come from other websites. So I know a link on this website is good for business. I know a link on this website, as soon as I got that link, my rankings increased because it was a high authority website like MSN. As soon as that link came through, I saw an immediate change in rankings, and so that link was fantastic for that purpose. And then also, another link just brought thousands of people to the website. Not many of them did anything, but it was good for building brand exposure. And that is really the perfect link. You want a perfect link that does all three of these things, that provides exposure, increases your rankings, and builds your business. Now, an important type of link to understand is what's called a nofollow link. You see these a lot on social media sites and news sites. A nofollow link is in the text of the site, and it says, don't follow the link, and it's an instruction to the search engine not to follow the link to the source, meaning that we really don't trust the source, or the main reason there are nofollow links is because bloggers were tired of having people leaving comments and references on their blogs with a link, and they didn't trust the source of the link. So the search engines gave people the power to put a nofollow tag on the links, and what it really means is we don't trust this link. We don't want to publish this link on our website not knowing the source of it. So a nofollow link really means no trust. It means that the webmaster of that website, when he has used the nofollow tag, doesn't want the search engine to be aware or to follow that link. Now, nofollow links are used all over social media websites. They don't want people using social media simply to get the link benefit from their sites. And so most, if not all, social media sites are going to employ the nofollow tag. It doesn't mean you won't get any benefit at all. The benefit you will get is from the users that follow and come to your website. You may get a slight bit of benefit, but don't count on it. The perfect link is one that provides the brand exposure, drives more visitors, and boosts your search engine rankings, but ultimately builds business. Now let's start building links. We're going to start with probably the easiest form of building links, and that's with your own website. The best thing to do is start looking at your own website and look at how you are interlinking your own pages within the content. An example of this is from the Beijing Olympics a number of years ago. The Lenovo website provided this paragraph of content. Lenovo was offering limited edition notebook PCs inspired by the Lenovo Olympic torch for the Beijing 2008 Olympic Games learn more. Now, this is a terrible piece of writing because it's got multiple subjects in it, and then it gives you a link that says learn more. About what? What are we learning more about? We have three different things here. See, anchor text is all about providing context. What are we learning more about? Are we learning more about the limited edition PCs? Are we learning more about the torch? Or are we learning more about the Olympic Games? Be specific about what you are linking to, and the best thing you can do in your own internal website is eliminate learn more, click here, or more. Get rid of those words that have no context or no meaning and link the actual words that are being used to link to your own internal pages. Now, going out and looking for sites that could be good link targets, the best thing to do is start with a directory. Directories were used primarily back in the 1990s, early 2000s, as a way of creating an online directory of websites. But of course, as there are millions of websites online now, some of these directories have become impractical. However, they're good for seeing what types of competitors are out there. Using the Yahoo directory or the Open Directory, dmoz.org, that's the Open Directory, you can go see what other competitors there are. You can go see the words that they're using. You can also find out if there is any sort of a news source that is specific to your industry. Someone that might be a good link partner that is trying to aggregate or include links to websites in your market. You might also want to join one of these directories. The Yahoo directory does cost money, and I would recommend if you're a brand new site, you might want to do that. If you're an existing site, you probably won't need to. And then simply go search. See who else is showing up for your keywords. See what other businesses are out there that might not be direct competitors, but might be a news source or an opinion source in the industry. Even better than that, go look for blog results. Use Google's search tool to look for just bloggers and see who's blogging about it besides a competitor. They might be a great resource to contact, to provide information, and build a relationship so that they will link to your site. Also, other search engines and other places have question and answers. People are constantly asking questions about what they can do, and you can get in here and not only answer the questions, but provide links to the answers as well. Now, there's another way to build links, and one of the ways is by buying automated software that will go find websites that have the content that might match your website. And then it automates an email like this, saying that if you link to us, we've already put a link to you, and we'll keep the link to you if you link to us. Now, I understand what they're looking for. The problem is I've never used this company. I don't know who they are. I've never been to that website. So why would I link to a website I've never used? I don't know if they're a good company. Why should I link to it? And see, people link to sites that they like, they know, and that they trust. And so begging for links by sending out automated emails is not a way that I would recommend building links. Now, you can buy links. There are many places you can buy links as an advertisement on the page, and it's a text link. Now, the only thing you need to be aware of, though, is that when you purchase links through an ad network, these links will be designed to bring visitors to your site, but you will not get a benefit in the search engines for paid links. So you've got to weigh what it is that you want. Be sure that you intend to pay for links, knowing that you're going to get simply visitors from those links and not a search engine benefit. If someone is offering to sell you text links for the sole benefit of increasing rankings, be very careful. Google has plainly said that it does not agree with the policy of buying links for search engine optimization, and so be wary of offers like that. So, when building links, start with the content of your own website and make sure your anchor text is optimized. Look for directories that you could submit your website and your business to. Look for resources simply on the search engines. See who else is there besides your competitors. And be sure that paid ads will not increase your search rankings because they are going through an ad network and they are not designed to increase your rankings. The great thing about building links is when you make connections with other people online, you build relationships. When you're exchanging valuable information, when someone likes the content that you're developing, they're going to link to you even more. And so linking is really a great way of online relationship building. When you educate your audience, they're going to recommend that other people read your information. When you have a conversation with your audience or with other webmasters, they're going to engage you in that conversation. When you provide research or other information to the market, they're going to link to your content and recommend it to others as well. Another way of building relationships is by looking at who's blogging in your community or even outside of your community. There's a great story of a wine called Stormhoek wine from South Africa. Many years ago, they were looking to figure out how they could expand their reach and visibility into the wine market. Well, what they did is they contacted 100 of the top bloggers all over the world, and they asked them if they would accept a gift of 2 bottles of wine. Well, I think that was an easy answer for these bloggers because they just about all said yes. And what happened, do you think, when these bloggers received their wine and probably drank it? They all recommended the wine. And in doing this, by bypassing all of the typical wine trappings, such as Wine Spectator, the magazines, the reviews, and all that, you see, they went to bloggers that blogged about technology, that blogged about relationships, that blogged about books. They talked to bloggers that were completely out of their market. But in doing so, they doubled their sales in 1 year because of that one promotion. They built relationships with the bloggers. They offered them something of value, and in return, they got links and recommendations from opinion leaders all over the world. Discussion forums are another great place where you can become the expert and show people, here's the information that we know about because we're in the business. And you can provide very clear instructions or advice. For example, I like to read a forum about cars, and so it's very interesting when looking for specific parts to see how people recommend that if you're looking for this part, here's where you go find it. And it's a great way to build links, and it's always nice to have experts who know what they're talking about clarifying specific issues. You can also create invitation links. You do that by developing a case study that might also involve a different company. And in doing so, you can get that company to link to you. Also, people are very interested in case studies. So if you offer it as a PDF download and you send that out to people and invite them to download it, they will republish that link. And so it will spread across the network that people can download these case studies. You can also create a pre-sell page. A pre-sell page is where you develop a page on your website that focuses on another author or another company or another product. And we also call this the ego page because you have developed this page about somebody else. The chances of them linking to that page and telling other people that you can see that I've been linked to from this company is very great. So you can also do that if you have a guest author. If you bring in a guest author to write on your blog or on your website or create an article, chances are they're going to link to you from their website, showing people that they've been interviewed or that they provided a guest post. The key here is in creating content that's portable, because people that come to your site to read the content, they are either sharers or distributors. They'll either link to it through social media or through email and recommend it to other people, or they're going to actively repost, write something about it, and link back. So people absorb content differently and they reflect it differently. Some will take the smallest action possible to publish it along. Others will make a large effort in creating another article that is related to your article because you inspired them with some ideas. Find out who these people are and give them the information that they need to do more. And also, if you do any amount of press releases, be sure that when you send out a press release, both online and offline, that it includes links. Include picture and video. PR sources have said that if there are pictures and video that they can republish in their online sites, chances are they'll publish that press release. So be sure you include your contact company information, including a URL to your company's website. And finally, you can get attention. When you write your articles, consider a good hook to get people interested. So you can write an article that attacks another company. Not something I would recommend, and it has to be done very subtly, otherwise you can look pretty bad. You can be humorous. Write something that's funny that people aren't expecting. Top 10 lists work all the time. The top 10 ways to get links, the top 10 ways to get rankings, the top 10 ways to design a website for rankings. Those things let people know that there's only 10 things, my time's limited, here's what I can learn very quickly. You can also write something that is against the accepted norm. That's called the contrarian topic. Write something that seems to be completely opposite of what people are thinking. You're going to get attention and you're going to get links. And of course, trending topics. It was amazing to me that the day Steve Jobs died, that there were millions of websites all writing articles about Steve Jobs. A lot of them were writing articles because they knew that was the top search term for that week, were people searching for information about Steve Jobs. And so editors took it upon themselves to all write articles because they knew they would get more visitors based on that trending topic. And you can be a resource of immediate, up-to-date news if you've got the capacity that people know that they're going to get the information from you first, or an opinion. Now, if you're a larger company and you've been around for a while, and you've got some presence with some linking from other sites, one thing that we would recommend is going to a discussion forum that might have a lot of links coming to you, or a news source, or any other type of site that might have a lot of links coming into your site. You need to build a relationship with that editor or with the owner of that website, because chances are you can improve the anchor text of all those links that are coming into your site. You can also make sure that the links that are coming to your site all go to the right page. If you've redesigned your website a few times and the URLs have changed, then many of those links are not going to provide the lift for search engines because they're all sending people to wrong pages. When building that relationship with the website owner or manager, you can always offer an incentive such as advertising on their site. That's one way that they'll listen to you and start offering you services that they may not offer other people. But it could initiate new opportunities. Webmasters and especially discussion forums love to have experts. And if they can have a brand expert as part of their arsenal, it will help them be better than other discussion forums. And so those new opportunities are great ways to get people engaged and to improve the linking that you already have. So when you're building links, remember, it's all about creating a community. It's all about investing information into that community because that information is exchanged through goodwill and incoming links to your website because they see the value in what you've provided. In this lesson, we're going to cover the LinkDex prospecting tools. One of the most powerful features in LinkDex is the ability to look for new links and new link partners. Now, there are some other tool sets that allow you to do link prospecting, and I'm mainly going to focus on LinkDex here because of the capabilities. It's one of the newer players in the market, and it's doing a lot of exciting things. Some of the other tool sets out there rely more on automated link prospecting, which I don't subscribe to. I always like the human factor of thinking, comparing, and deciding if this is a reasonable approach to take. LinkDex puts you on that task by starting out here with the LinkDex dashboard. Just as an overview, you can go down and look at the Link Analysis tab. It will show you how many links, how many domains you have, going down by domains by site type. So I have the majority of my links from blogs, some from news, and then a nice amount from forums. And it will let me know how many links are increasing or decreasing based on the site type. I can also look at the report for link analysis by anchor text. I can see the amount of linking domains, the number of links analyzed, and so for anchor text, the classic Beetle, I have 25 links with that anchor text, which is up 2 from the last time the reporting period was. You can set the reporting period moderately, usually it's about 30 days. The classic VW Beetle has 18 anchor text links, which is down 1. The next report goes into the total amount of domains. And so to the domain, I have 126 domains linking to my domain, which is up 7. And it tracks by page so that you can see your progress in developing links. One thing that is important is developing links to these internal pages. The deeper the link shows that people are more involved in your content, and it provides a more stable link for search engines to see that people aren't just linking to your top-level domain. They're interested in your individual content pages as well. As we scroll down, we can look at link influence. And I can see here that I have 88 domains linking to me that are considered to be a high influence domain. I have 26 links from what are considered to be low influence domains. And that just means the quality of the site, the influence of the site that is linking to me. I can see the types of links, image links, text links, nofollow links, and followable links. And then also the types of domains that are linking as well. The majority of my links are coming from .coms, which is not surprising based in the US, but also I'm getting links from various other countries as well. Let's go into the Link Data tab, because here's where you can really excel at looking at a competitor's link data. So I'm looking at a competitor here, and I'm looking at all of the links that are coming to their site. Now, I can do a couple of things here. I can go up to the top here, and I can filter by show me all the blogs that are linking to my competitor. And now, automatically, I can see all of the blogs that are linking to my competitor. I can look at just the .coms, or I can filter down by anchor text. So knowing that VW is one of my primary anchor text terms that I want to look for, I'm going to filter out all the results and only see the blogs that are linking to my competitor with the anchor text. Now this gives me a really good sense of it, making sure that I am being exposed to as many people as I want. Now, as I look down through my competitors' links, if I see the word me here, that means that they are also linking to me, not just my competitor. And so that lets me know that I am the same there, but I see that there are some opportunities that maybe I could take advantage of. So if I look at this blogger here, and I see that there are 5 links. Now, what I want to look at are these bars over here, because this is the domain influence, and how many words on that website are relevant to the words on my site. So as I look down through here, I see that this for you too, those are nofollow links. The influence is about medium, but the keyword relevance is fairly high. I can click on the page and see what page it is that has the link to my competitor. I can see some of the content. I can see if there are keywords in the anchor text, how many links are leaving from that page, what the link is, and what page it's going to on my competitor's website. That lets me know if this is a link that I should pursue on that domain as well. And so I can get a great sense of what domains are high affluent domains that are linking to my competitor that I might be able to take advantage of. I can see that this one has 5 pages, and I can go through and see what types of information will be found on these pages, or if they're just repetitive. And if that looks good, I can add it and create a link building task. I can assign it to someone on my staff or to myself. I can give them a date that this needs to be done by to build that link. And I can say this is a high priority link because that was a high affluent site. We need to build a relationship with them. And so I'm going to select this as a article link, and someone needs to contact the owner of that site. And I'll save that in the workflow. This is one of the most powerful link prospecting tools online because you can look so much at your competitors' links, you can find out what they're doing, and not only that, you can evaluate for yourself the affluence of the domains, the links, the information on those pages, and make sure that it's going to make sense for you to have a link there as well.